See you on the other side.
Oh, feet first.
I want to be on my stomach.
I feel like I'd be crawling.
Reverse crawl.
Is this how you got out of it too when you loaded it?
Yeah, I was really unfortunate. We're good.
Think you're clear?
With that guy, and I was keeping up with that guy, but then I realized, like, I'm only going 92 down the front stretch because I need to cool my car off, and I'm like, that's a big, you know, when I sit here, like, I'm like checking the time, you know, looking at my lap time, like, okay, yeah, the braking thing's way over there, okay, still going, all right, temp gauge came down, downshift, fourth, rip it, you know, because I feel like I do pretty well. What's up, Brad Potential YouTube?
And welcome
to today's video. We are looking at an overheated RX8. Not really, but it gets hot on the track. And Justin's slaying.
First session out, feeling good. Got warmed up. And we gotta make some ducts for this.
Yeah, we use every bit of this tire. I'm not quite driving into the brakes all the way yet. It's just the first session of 5 today. So we got a lot of time to not break the car in the first one.
5 half-hour sessions. It's
yeah.
a good day.
5 30-minuters. So, depending on how long our lunch break is, or this, that, and the other, the cooling, like I said earlier in the video, the ducting to the radiator is gone, so it has a lot of space for air to go around the radiator instead of through it. Plus, I have AC. It wasn't on during all that, but it's getting a little hot, so I got to cool down on the front stretch.
If we can't find anything else,
but
we could cut up that lid and zip tie it.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Yeah, all I would need is like 2 triangular pieces. I don't know if I have cardboard, but I mean, we could like figure it out. Oh yeah, because I wouldn't also be opposed to like zip tying cardboard in there. I just think it's starting to fire.
Fahrenheit 451. It's got to get 451 degrees before it lights on fire. Before paper combusts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swim moves might fix that, but we're coming at Justin. We're gonna get him. I got stuck in some traffic. The typical excuse, but right off the rip, he got around a guy that I had to go like 4 corners behind, and then when you're driving cars that are really slow, it's really hard to like catch each other.
Did you catch this and pull that out, or was that already like that?
No, this is 2004 junky RX8 probs.
Okay.
But at least my whole bumper isn't floppy anymore, thanks to Batman.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still like kind of floppy, but
it's floppy because it's not attached up here.
Yeah.
The bottom's good.
Need some zip ties up there. But it's rolling. Battery didn't go anywhere. A little battery bracket I'm in. We bled the brakes today. They're doing great. We got the fancy brake fluid in there.
Yeah, no weight on that.
I mean, I was like going 70% into the brakes. Mainly because I was just trying to feel out my overheating issue. So I said that in the other video, I was going to have no mechanical sympathy. We've been having a lot of mechanical sympathy in this first one, I think. But, I don't know. Oil pressure's good. Tire grip's good. Like I said, through the corners, when it's not overheating, we're ripping. So Justin let some air out of his tires. Is lacking a little bit of front grip. I think we need to put a little camber in the front of it, too, is what you were saying.
Sure.
And then
it might be like 0 or 1 degree right now.
Yeah. I think I got like 2 or 3.
Or 3. I've never measured it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it with my micrometer.
Well calibrated now.
How'd the tires feel? Didn't ask.
Yeah, I never outdrove the grip that the car had.
Nice.
Every time I asked for more grip, I got it.
Nice.
You
already gave a little rundown of the cars in the other video. We should do that in this one.
Yeah. So
RX8, 2000 something.
Justin can give the rundown on my car, and I'll do his.
2000 something.
4
RX8. It's got stock motor, wheels, tires, brakes. It's got Falcon RT 660s.
Yep.
On 17x9s, square.
To 245.
Square 245, which is similar to what I'm running.
Yep.
Got a strut bar.
Rear strut bar.
Back half is
completely gutted.
Empty. I think that's it.
I got a front sway bar and lowering springs, but here's the back of the car. And like I've driven stock RX8s a whole bunch, and this one, like when I tap the brakes mid-corner to set the front end and turn in a little sharper when I need it, the lighter back end of the car, which if you go back on the channel, we weighed this car and scaled it and everything, but the lighter back half of the car really helps get the back end to just rotate out just a tad, and then like when you back into the throttle, you can change direction by like 3 degrees really easily mid-corner, which is super awesome. If you feel like you're tracking way too far out, just like barely left foot tap the brake and it'll dive in a little harder. Nice. So, all right, the M3. 1997, right? Yep. Nailed it. E36 M3. It has a 5-speed from an E46 330 swap. This one used to be a manual. I think these are DS2s, DS1s, but these are the rear DS2s all the way around, right?
Yep, 17 by 8.5 DS2s.
With a 245 RE71R. Bone stock engine, Dynon, cold air intake. It has some weird catback on it. It has an advanced auto parts radiator.
Dude, which it fixed the issue.
Really?
I was losing coolant. I thought I was burning it. No, that radiator was leaking.
Dope. Hell yeah.
So, thank you, Awesome, that we hit last year.
Armadillo.
Smashed the crap out of it.
Yeah, we got the chrome duct tape mod to hold the fog light in.
So.
And then the coolest mod to the whole car is that this car has an RX8 seat now, because the stock, I don't know what kind of seats those are called, but those seats just leather and they don't hold you in very well. So, and then you have springs on it too, right? You have lowering springs.
It's a little bit lower.
So a little bit stiffer.
And like super aggressive pads, probably more aggressive than they need to be.
Yeah.
What were they? Hawk DCT 60s, so they're pretty aggressive.
And I just have Hawk HP Pluses on mine.
But first session review of the seat mod, definitely better than stock. But after getting out of the Lemons car with full bucket and harnesses,
we need seats. But that's the whole point of the friendly competition between the two cars, is that even though, the RX-8's slower and heavier, most likely, it's still fun to have two cars that are really close. When I came here with my Corvette, it was like I could put 15 lengths on them on the front stretch, even though I was slower in corners probably.
And speaking of weight, we're going to find that out in this one. So go watch the other video maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Link it somewhere right there.
Yeah, it'll be up in here somewhere, or it's the next video on the channel after this. So get stoked, guys. We are done with session number 1. We'll include some footage of our fastest laps here in a little bit and try to push each other, because I need to just like catch up to you, and then hopefully my car doesn't overheat. You know what I'm saying?
Before you see those laps, comment down below
which one's faster. So right now, after the first session, with my car getting hot and only running like 90 in 6th gear down the front stretch to cool it off, he was 13 seconds faster than me, 12 seconds faster than me. I ran a 248 and he was a 235. So, and you were able to go full meets the whole way, right? Did you get a clean lap? Like a clean full lap?
No. I passed someone on it or something.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure that I pointed by somebody every time I went down the front stretch. It's Corvette Museum. The Corvettes are ripping.
All I've done,
and I'm a courteous guy, so I'd rather like let them pass me on that stretch, and then I'll just stick it to their bumper through the corners, which is really fun, by the way. But you got to drive it. Like that car, it doesn't go fast by itself, and it kills speed. If I overshot turn 3, just like got in a little too deep, got into the rumble strip, and I went to hit the throttle in 3rd, and I'm just like, oh hey, yeah, all right, we're going slow now. There's a whole straightaway. We're really moving, It's slow, but it's fun though. It's fun. I'm hoping to
slow car fast.
Slow car fast, and we can slow car together.
Although this feels so much faster than the Lemons car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's twice the power, but so much faster.
And way more grip, you think, too, probably?
No, that thing was gripped up.
Yeah.
It was just 205 square, but that thing's stripped.
Super light.
And nothing to it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so we're going to go do some laps, and you guys are going to see some fast laps. See what's up. All right, guys, so we're flying on the front stretch here. I'm going to narrate because, well, my RX8's super quiet, and you really can't hear anything but wind in these clips. So, and I also apologize with a bad tint on the windshield that's washing out the window footage. So we're going to enter the chicane here at about 80 mile an hour, a little bit 85-ish. Scrub some speed, catching the rumble strips, let the car slide a little bit, exit speed about 70. And basically we're floored as soon as we get done letting off the brakes through the chicane. So harden the brakes into turn 3, could usually carry anywhere between 55 and 60 mile an hour, probably 50 mile an hour through that corner. It's pretty wide open if you really do it upright. So stay wide, get out. So here we're on the backstretch, and that S2000 just drugged me, left me in the dust, and that's a pretty common thing for the RX8 on the straightaways. But here you're going to see me gaining back in, because although he hit the brakes for turn number 5, I didn't. And I just held the car wide open, hardened the brakes into turn 6, grabbing third gear there, and now we're pretty much going to stay wide open in third gear through turn 7 and 8. We're going to gain on this S2000. I think he points me by here midway through 8, and then we're going to catch up to this Corvette, because pretty much in the RX8 we're going to stay matted all the way through turn 9 here and down the hill into 10. This is a lap where I didn't shift up to 4th right here. I guess I was a little bit less mechanically sympathetic for my car, because generally the temperature would go up if I held 3rd all the way to this corner. So taking turn number 10, a real sharp one there. I can really get in and out of that corner a little bit faster. I think I could exit about 47 to 50 mile an hour, which I thought was pretty good for my car. That's right when I was getting back into the throttle. So through deception in turn 13, we stayed wide open. You're going to see this Corvette leave me in the dust on the over the tabletop jump through the backstretch. Now, coming up this hill here, this is a blind right hand kind of decreasing radius corner, and I don't really lift. I turn into the hill to set the weight of the car on the outside, crest the hill, and then just drive into that outside tire. A little bit of throttle lift there and tap the brakes through that corner, and then straighten back up. Just leaving it in 4th the whole time. If the car was making full rip power and wouldn't overheat, yeah, we'd be downshifting to 3rd. So through the sinkhole here, it doesn't really dry out too well on this uphill, so the Corvette let me pass. But this was a common thing for me to catch these big Corvettes and big cars through this area. I think just the confidence level in the RX8, driving it a little bit harder than they are, knowing that I can floor it and not spin out. So the chicanes, ripping through there, full rip, and now we're going to jump in with Justin and go for a little ride behind the RX8. So right here, Justin's trying to catch me, and you're going to see just how much faster his M3 is in a straight line. I mean, he's flying through here. You know, I'm only running about 100 by the time I get to the end of this, and I bet he's probably 110, 100-ish. So he's going to get hard on the brakes, and you're going to see right here, I'm going to keep a pretty good distance on him through turn 17, down into the sinkhole, and then back through the chicanes. And this is where the RX8 and me as a driver really excelled this past weekend, was just keeping my momentum up, trying to keep the throttle pinned as much as possible, and use the brakes as little as possible. And I can keep my distance here pretty well. And you'll see as soon as we get, he's going to accelerate a little bit into the chicanes here, and as soon as we get to that front stretch, he's going to catch me. And yeah, and that's just where the RX8's super slow, and it was definitely down on power. I think I explained it a little bit in the next clips, but the VDI or SSV wasn't working. So Justin's going to catch up to me right here, and especially you'll see once we get out of turn 3 and 4, he's going to get me pretty good. So every time my car blows a little bit of smoke, it's pretty much like when I kind of lift off and stab right back in it, or whenever I blip for a downshift. So you'll see a nice little blob of smoke here. Good 2-stroke smell, lots of premix. So here we come through turn 3, right back into the throttle, and legitimately Justin has to let off the throttle when he catches me right here. I mean, you see how much he just catches me. The RX8's pretty dang slow. Just motion like, hey, get out of my way, bro, your car is slow. So right here you'll see blip the throttle a little bit, roll through turn 5 into turn 6. Really no brakes, put a little bit more distance on Justin there, hard into the brakes. Justin's going to catch up a little bit, drove a little deeper into his brakes there. And then like I said, I don't lift through here, so we're staying pretty much full tilt, and I may lift a little bit into this corner. but really you don't have to. If I left it in fourth, the car didn't really care to stay floored. And we just roll all the way down here to turn 10. And I think Justin has a much better line through turn 10 than I do. You can see he really dives further outside and turns in a lot later, which gives him a little bit more straight stretch here. And he puts it right up in my butt. Has to lift. He's just coasting. You know, Justin Sim 3's got a lot more power. Whereas I'm full rip through here. So that's deception, the over the hill, and then down the straight stretch. So we're going to point by a Camaro and just watch these next 3 corners. We're going to put it right back into this Camaro and really stay up on him, which, like I said earlier, I'm real proud of being able to keep up with these bigger cars through these turns. There's that little blip setting the car, and then see kind of driving away from Justin just a little bit here, and really putting the speed, the momentum down with that RX8, which is what you have to do. You know, you got to let the car roll. You can't try to slow it because it's hard to get your speed back. So we drive it right back up under this Camaro's bumper, and then we run into some traffic here in a second. So that's going to pretty much end this clip. But I feel like the RX8 did super well. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the video. We're going to get this under tray fixed out. Epic time driving on the track. And yes, the RX8 needs to be louder, and we need more cameras, but we'll get there.
What are we doing? We decided to take care of it right away, hopefully. So as you can see here,
Sacrifice the box.
we sacrificed the top of my track tool bin for some radiator ducting, and I think it's going to do the trick.
We might have to tape over Mr. Batman down here, though. I think I'm losing a substantial amount of CFM airflow through that.
I wouldn't doubt it. I think it's pretty stupid that it's there. I mean, I get the idea of putting a cool logo in it, but
Street car, dude.
what's the point of an under tray if you cut holes in it?
Got that drill handy?
Yeah.
Add another hole.
Yeah. Back on.
Just doing some customing. You can't buy this in the store.
Look at that.
I'm sure the one you'd buy in a store would fit better, though.
That's all right. 15 minutes.
Oh, I only got one zip tie to put on.
Except this took 10 minutes to do and cost $4.
Let's go to the store. Oh yeah, that made it so it really fit. Oh, yeah. See, dude, I don't think that's going anywhere.
No, that's not going anywhere for sure. I think the zip ties would have tore through the cardboard. Plastic?
Yeah,
Good.
I wouldn't have put the cardboard in. I don't think it'd have ripped the cardboard right out. We didn't need it to like.
How about this meat?
That's how you know you've been driving your car if your tires look like that. I did.
Picking up extra rubber.
I think we're good.
Sick?
I think we're good.
Sick.
We got orange stripes. I grabbed the perfect amount of zip ties out of the bag.
Nice. You should just tape over that now. Throw that silver tape over it.
What?
The Batman.
Okay. But the silver tape comes off.
Put it on the top.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It shouldn't
grab
come
it. It's in its box.
What do you think, Kona? What do you think? Look under there. Look at the new under tray. Cooling panels.
See, dudes, this is engineering. This is what they don't teach. They don't teach you this in school. Should we tape over the purely RX8 too? I don't think it's doing much.
I mean, I would say is significantly less loss compared to the...
And the bat symbol, right?
Especially because the bat symbol's right where it needs to be, forcing it through the radiator. Granted, you got a little hole. What the hell? That's part of the under tray too.
That hole?
Yeah.
That hole is to drain the coolant. See the little...
Yeah, I guess so.
On a factory under tray still has the same hole. Dude, I think we're good. I don't think...
That's gonna... I hope that does a lot.
I don't think that's going anywhere. I mean, you see those big fancy race cars with big old ducts like this on it all the time. Right?
No,
Thank you.
That's good.
Science. Airflow.
It's still functional lid. Actually, we could like close a tarp under it.
Yeah, it still snaps. Great success. Dude, what do you think?
Pretty good.
See what I mean by it's slow?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
super slow.
you can tell there's something up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then it hits that
Like
your
7,
secondary
8,
power like
9,
right before 7.
Like if it would pull like it does after 7 through the mid range,
Yeah.
this would be a ball. You know?
And I was just like chilling down there too,
Yeah.
watching
How
the
about the
gauge.
grip though?
Grip is awesome. Brakes are great. I don't know what it is about it,
It feels heavier.
But
I think
like,
it's softer, probably.
maybe on the weight transfer.
Yeah.
Feeling more, but that thing means a lot too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But overall, really good. I wish I got a little more seat time. It was totally dry for me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like panic mode, get used to the car, and I had 6 vets come up and 2 Porsches right behind me right away. After that, though, I got some clear space and let's see what I did.
I ran a 242. I'm stuck on the 242s now. I can't get down to into the 30s. I ran a 240 flat, and now I can't go any faster. But I got one more session to try it out. What'd you do? 238 probably. That's Justin would get in my own car and beat me because I've done that to him before at autocross.
Oh, Melvin 1.0.
Old Miata.
Let's see.
Well, heck yeah. So I guess Justin technically went faster. He did do a 235 earlier. So Justin's got me. But I got one more session to not pick up like 5 seconds, which I don't think is going to happen with how slow it is. You know?
I did a 257, is that what I said?
In this?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I did a 240, and he did a 235.
Was 257 your fastest?
Just now.
Yeah.
I mean, I was never like,
Full rip.
yeah.
But dude, I think it's crazy. Like, you've driven my silver car, right? Full
Yeah.
tilt. And you drive this. This is way faster, but like in a corner, but it doesn't feel like it's faster.
No.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It feels way slower because like you go through a big corner, you have tons of grip. The car just turns in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want
There's
it
only
to,
some like one. I got some wonky thing. I don't know if it was maybe ABS kicking in or
Yeah.
something, kind of over a bit of a curve coming down to the pit.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I'll leave all this stability, traction control stuff
maybe
on.
that was it. Because I
So-
might have left the rear wheel over the curb and then
Yeah.
it bogged on me
Oh,
because
okay.
it probably cut.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've never felt it like crazy cut out. Now, when I knew I messed up and was like getting squirrely, then yeah, I felt it cut out on me before. But I don't know. Overall, dude, good day. The car we put together in a week survived. And did you even work on it this week?
I put the seat in.
Yeah, yeah.
Put the seat in and I scanned the codes and it was running fine at home. Had a little cold start crap this morning, but
Yeah.
it runs fine once it warms up. Until this expansion tank.
Yeah, you have to go check out Justin's video where it broke, but the radiator stuff exploded and the car got super hot, and then he got a flat tire, which is just unfortunate. So, because I
But-
think if the tire wouldn't have been flat, we'd have probably tried to fix that and you'd have
Yeah.
went out. But since it was like a twofer, then you were really just kind of boned.
And what was I gonna say? I don't know. Brain fart.
So, well, I guess these guys are going to head out. So I'm going to run one more session, hopefully run a faster lap time. And
Give me a call afterwards.
yeah, this will probably be the end of the video because I'll have put the faster lap in earlier. So, oh yeah, all right,
We're
dude. Be
just
safe
gonna
on the
get a
way
head
home.
start because we got a 4
They
hour
got a
drive.
long drive home. I think I can probably be home 2 hours.
Probably be home the same time as us.
Yeah.
If
So,
not before us.
oh yeah, the ducting worked. I mean, it still gets hot, but the hard part is the RX8 people. You got all this right here. Where's the air supposed to go?
Literally, it's
You know?
so packed.
Yeah,
All the hot air that comes through the radiator goes into the intake.
yeah. Hits the bottom of the intake. There's no way it's going. I guess their intent was for it to go out the back, but there's so much crap in the way, you just can't do it.
With more heat.
Yeah. So, got to sort out the cooling issues, but be safe on the way home. We'll see you guys
Good day.
in the next one.
Still a good day at the track.
The RX8 got beat, but the M3 got broken.
Go
so
back and listen to all the trash talk.
hey, it's okay.
We
I'm
can
coming
just
for
laugh
him.
about it.
I'm coming for him. You just wait. Just wait till I get it running good. We got a header, exhaust, intake, cooling stuff sorted. Then we'll be coming for him.
Another degree of camber in the front.
Yeah.
And we'll have ourselves another battle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
right.
Keep it rad.
Peace.
All right, guys. It's the end of the day. The car survived. I didn't vest my 240 lap time by like 0.8 of a second. We ran a 240.9, and we didn't get any better than that later in the day. I think my fastest was 240.5, 240.4. So, the RX8 shreds. We're definitely down on power through the mid-range. I don't think the SSV or the VDI or something's opening. I can feel the auxiliary ports open, the 5th and 6th ports. I can feel those opening once I get past, say, 6,500. And then the only other issue that I've got is that the car runs hot if I keep it basically above 6,500 the whole time. If I just bury it into the limiter. In third, down the stretches, down the front and back stretch. And to like put into perspective, okay, at the end of the front stretch, if I go full bore, right, full tilt, never lift, stay in the power, whatever, I'm going 98 miles an hour, which is not very fast. And at the end of the back stretch, so between turns 3 and 5, if I stay full bore through there, because I can hold it to the limit, full pinned all the way to turn 6, when I get to turn 6 to hit the brakes, I'm going 95. So those are like the two huge areas. I hit 101 on the mid stretch or over the tabletop jump before I get through there, and that's as fast as it would go. And that's really slow, guys. Like, Miatas put gaps on me when I was out there, and you know, an RX8's pretty slow, but it's not quite like get gapped by a Miata slow, you know what I'm saying? So we got things to sort out, but otherwise it didn't overheat enough to cook the radiator and explode like Justin's car did. It didn't overheat enough that I really had to take it easy that much. I could do 2 hot laps, and then all I would have to do is cruise the front stretch in 6th, and it would cool back down, and then I could keep back on it. You saw the ducts we added, which did negligibly nothing, but I think my bet is it's a water pump at high RPM. The belt's either slipping, which I have it super tight, or the water pump itself just isn't effective enough. Like at high RPM, I need to get an underdrive pulley for that, so I need to make it spin the water pump faster at a higher RPM, I think, or just get a more efficient one. So if you know anything that fixes that, RX8 track people, good water pumps, good cooling solutions, let me know. If not, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, Justin's E46 just is way faster than this car. He even said so I can keep him at bay through the twisties, but as soon as we hit the straight stretch, he's just gonna smoke me. So that's gonna be the end of it. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Keep it rad.